Everybody's off watching Dynamite and not JD. We are live, man. SmackDown tonight, if you guys care. Not their best effort, but Roman Reigns. If it wasn't for my good old buddy Roman Reigns, where would SmackDown be? Just as bad as Raw. Usos versus the Street Profits tonight. Who will Roman Reigns be defending the Universal Championship against at Hell in a Cell if he defends? And WWE repeats what they did at Backlash with Booyaka 619, the Mysterios, and the Dirty Dogs. How foolish did they make Ziggler and Roode look tonight once again? Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go over everything that happened on SmackDown tonight and have some fun as well. I know most of you are watching Dynamite, but still, this is the only place you need on your Friday night. This is your SmackDown post show right here on Off the Screen. What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Script. This is your SmackDown post show for May 28th, 2021. Welcome to the OTS venue. We are lightly packed tonight. We're not as packed as we usually are. There's another bar somewhere in Jacksonville that is jam-packed, rocking and rolling. And I understand that they're taking some business away from me right now, but what can I do, man? The show must go on. My job needs to be finished for the WWE week. Thank you guys very much for joining me, man. We're going to go over SmackDown tonight. What happened with the Usos, Roman Reigns, the saga of Jimmy and Jay, and Roman Reigns. What is going on with that? We will talk about Roman Reigns and if he will be defending that Universal Championship at Hell in a Cell. I don't think he will be, and we will be going over why I think that tonight on the podcast. The Usos, speaking of which, had a fantastic tag team match against the Street Profits. No titles on the line, just two fantastic teams going at it in the opening match of SmackDown tonight. And I said on social media, WWE had 6 or 7 other teams like the Profits and the Usos, they'd have the best tag team division in the fucking world. But they don't. So we'll probably end up seeing this match about 16 different fucking times before we get a championship match later this year between these two teams. Rick Boogs, he was back on the show tonight. He was with Shinsuke Nakamura. Still no reason why they're paired together. No explanation as to what this pairing means. How did they come about? Why are they paired together? We got nothing. Typical Bruce. Typical Bruce Pritchard on giving us zero explanation as to why we are watching something on television. Dominic and Rey Mysterio. Booyaka, booyaka. 619. Booyaka, booyaka. Rey and Dominic Mysterio. They are the tag team champions of SmackDown. And WWE pulled out the same card that they did at Backlash. One of them got injured before the match. So we get a handicap match in its place. And then Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode look like a bunch of clowns. So we'll go over that and why they should never, ever, ever get another tag team title shot ever again. And that was pretty much it. That was your SmackDown, man. Absolutely nothing of interest, nothing of note. So there you go. I could end the podcast right there, but I shall not. I have a job to do. Guys, it's been such a crazy week, man. I have decided that extras will be a regular thing. They are so fun to record. I like the rapid fireness of everything. I get my thoughts out right then and there. We're going to take some of those major stories again and highlight them again on the podcast. I did extras every day this week. I did one on Monday, I believe, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, even today. I might have missed a day. I think I went 4 of the 5 days this week with extras. So if you guys are listening on Spotify and iTunes, those are exclusive to YouTube only. So if you guys are listening on the audio side of things and you want the extra news, it's on YouTube. Go and check it out. Hey, you'll get to see the venue. You'll get to see inside my illustrious and glorious and multi-million-dollar venue. So there you go. It's a positive for all my audio geeks out there. But I was a hardworking guy this week, man. I knew that there was not going to be any Dynamite on Wednesday. To be fair, it was actually quite nice that there was no wrestling on Wednesday, man. You know, it gets to you. It gets to you. So I watched whatever I could and caught up on some Walking Dead. I'm in season 10 right now. I'm at the mid-season finale. I looked at how many episodes I have left. I'm like, holy shit, there's 22 fucking episodes in this season 10. I'm used to 16. So I got another fucking handful to go. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, can I just get to Negan? I want to see if Negan does anything with the goddamn Whisperers, man. He was the most entertaining aspect of the show when he was with the Saviors, and now he's in the Whisperers, and he's even more entertaining. Goes to show you that Jeffrey Dean Morgan is a fucking beast. And I gotta say, man, for all those people that said Walking Dead kind of died off around season 7, season 8, season 9, I'm like, I mean, why did I stop watching? I'm enjoying it now more than I did then. I didn't appreciate it then. Anyway, I got so much shit up this week, man. And then I sat here this afternoon. I did an extra today. I did an off the script that's going up tomorrow, 5 p.m., and I got Double or Nothing on Sunday. I got the post-show scrimmage that I will actually be a part of, which is great. I got my questions already mentally prepared for Tony Khan. I got Tony Khan some hard-hitting questions. So I will be there, and hopefully I will get some of that footage and upload it to the YouTube channel. You guys should really enjoy that. Here in Dynamite is rocking and rolling tonight with Daly's place at maximum capacity, man. Good for them. I can't wait to see Double or Nothing on Sunday, man. It's going to be one hell of a show with 50, they wish, 5,000 people in attendance at Daly's place. So it should be very exciting. So you got that to look forward to. I will be flying out to Jacksonville on Saturday morning, tomorrow morning, very early. I'll be up early. I'll be at JFK. And I fly out around 8 a.m., 8:30 a.m., somewhere around then. Land in Jacksonville at like 11:15 or so. We're going to drop the stuff off at the hotel. And then we're going to go get something to eat. And then FanFest. So I'll be at the AEW Double or Nothing FanFest. And I will see you guys there if you are planning to attend that. I may have to pay Thunder Rosa for a video and a picture for my buddy Jesse, who will be out of action for a couple of weeks. So we'll see what happens with that. But hopefully I run into some of you guys at the FanFest tomorrow. Should be fun. I got some people already tweeting me pictures and posters and that they're excited to come to the meet and greet. It's going to be a fun time, man. It's going to be a fun time. It's my first wrestling trip since, I believe, the last AEW show that we did in Chicago for All Out a couple of years ago. Me and Jesse were sitting in the Skybox. We were sponsored by Ticket Drew that weekend. So it was awesome, man. So I'm very excited about it, and it's going to be a fun time. So if you guys are going to be in Jacksonville, I'll be at the meet and greet on Sunday. I'll talk about that in a second. Tomorrow, the Fan Fest. So if you guys are going to be at the Fan Fest, Double or Nothing will be there. And then Sunday, I will be at the Intuition Ale Works. And that is a 5-minute walk from Daly's place. So you guys can come hang out. There's great craft beer. There's food. I got people driving from fucking 8 hours away to come to this meet and greet, man. I was actually going to cancel because Jesse wasn't coming with me. But I decided that I owe it to you guys. I know you guys are making plans and revolving your schedules around seeing me and hanging out. So I'm like, I got to go. And it would be bad if I didn't do that, and I would disappoint you guys. So I'm very excited to see some of you at the meet and greet. Intuition Ale Works. It's a brewery right outside Daly's place, 5-minute walk. So hopefully I will see you there Sunday, 1 p.m. I will be there early, and hopefully we will have a good time. Other than that, guys, not much is going on. That's pretty much it. That's my my opening statement there. But let's get into the SmackDown stuff, man. Quickly, follow me on social media at JDfromNY206. That's on Twitter and Instagram. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications if you guys have not done so yet. If you guys have not hit that subscribe button and you're new to the stream, I don't know what the fuck you're waiting for, man. We are number one, where people in the community right now are streaming in single digits. JD's got 800 people even with a Dynamite show, and normally we got about 1,500 packed in the venue. So I'm missing half of my audience because they want to see Miro and Dante Martin in the main event for the TNT Championship. It is what it is. Dynamite's go-home show for Double or Nothing, so it is what it is, man. But please follow me on social media. Hit that subscribe button. If you guys want your t-shirts, Bonfire is the place. Bonfire.com is the exclusive home of Off the Script. So make sure you guys go and get your t-shirts there. If you guys want to sign up for the Patreon, there are very exclusive items only on the Patreon. Beer mugs, t-shirts, you name it. Patreon.com/JDfromNY206. Make sure you guys go check out all the other videos that I just mentioned. They are on the channel right now. Tons of stuff, tons of news broke this week. So go check it out. Off the Script will be live 5 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. That is waiting for you guys tomorrow. Already uploaded. I just got to pray it up with a thumbnail and get a nice, fancy, clickable title to go along with it. And like I said, guys, support is great. And the best way to do that is hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up on the stream. Let's try for 750 likes on the live stream tonight. Super chats are open. They are always open. We'll take them at the end of the show like we usually do. So get them on in. You guys can ask me anything you want. Love to hang out with you guys at the end of the show. And tonight's show is sponsored by Blue Chew. BlueChew.com. You guys are going to use code JD at checkout, and you're going to save free. Pretty much, you're going to get Blue Chew for free on me. All you guys have to do is pay the shipping and handling. So make sure you guys go and do that. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. Let's start at the top, man. I want to talk about this Roman Reigns situation because throughout the show, Roman Reigns was very indifferent to both Jimmy and Jey Uso. Oh, you're going to need it. You're going to need good luck out there. Why are you telling him that you're going to be teaming with him? Are you answering to him now, says Reigns to Jey Uso. Jey Uso's got to convince Roman, listen, Us, I'm still with you. I've always been with you. I hope you know that. But Roman's like, but you're teaming with him. Are your allegiances now going to your brother instead of me? You're no longer main event Jey Uso. You were in the opening match tonight with me, and standing by my side, you were in the main event. What's going on? What's happening? All of this tonight is leading to one thing and one thing only. Like the thumbnail says, who is Roman Reigns defending the Universal Championship against at Hell in a Cell? Who does Reigns get at Hell in a Cell? The answer, folks, is nobody. Roman Reigns is not defending the Universal Championship at Hell in a Cell. Roman Reigns is taking the night off. It's not Cesaro. It's not Seth Rollins. It's not Big E. It's not Kevin Owens. It's not Shinsuke Nakamura. It's not anybody. Roman Reigns is not defending the Universal Championship at Hell in a Cell. He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to. Save that energy. Save that for Money in the Bank. Maybe we get a Rollins feud going into Money in the Bank. And then, as we discuss on tomorrow's Off the Script, Roman Reigns and John Cena is the rumored and all but confirmed main event for SummerSlam. And I absolutely love it. Roman Reigns and John Cena is a beautiful thing. Whether you agree with me or not, I don't give a shit. Roman Reigns and John Cena is a thing of beauty as the main event of SummerSlam. The tribal chief, the head of the table, the new face of WWE in the absence of someone like John Cena. John Cena, Mr. Hollywood now. Mr. Hefty Bag doing fucking trash bag commercials and Nissan or whatever fucking car he's shilling. Starring in movies, Fast 9. He's back. July 16th, SmackDown goes back on the road, moving out of the Thunderdome. John Cena will be at that show, at least from what I heard. John Cena will be there. John Cena chasing number 17 against Roman Reigns. Our televisions will be graced with the best thing in WWE right now, your Universal Champion Roman Reigns and John Cena face to face. Can you imagine the quality of TV that we're going to get? Now, I've been pitching Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns for a couple of weeks now, especially after what happened to Balor in his match against Cross on NXT Tuesday. He lost clean. He's no longer going to be in NXT. There's nothing more for him in NXT. I said, why don't we move Balor to SmackDown? Give us Balor versus Roman going into SummerSlam. You could do this. You could do the opposite. You could do Balor, Roman. Cena could go to Raw and do McIntyre at SummerSlam, but that's not going to sell out Las Vegas. That's not going to sell out Allegiant Stadium for 60,000 people where WWE wants SummerSlam. Roman Reigns and John Cena will sell out that stadium. People will come to watch those two wrestle. The story will be there. That's all I care about. That's all I want. It's a beautiful thing, folks. 17, the unpredictability of John Cena. Will John Cena do it? We all know that there's a fear inside of all of us that John Cena will always weasel out a victory. Imagine that against The Undertaker at WrestleMania 30 like it should have been. That would have been great. Everybody would have been on the edge of their seat. I feel it's going to be the same thing. Not really the same, but the same thing happening with Cena and Reigns at SummerSlam. It's a beautiful thing. Balor, he may go to Raw. Monday Night Raw's creative team has been asking for Balor for months now, and Balor wanted to stay in NXT. Now he's ready for a main roster run again. Does Monday Night Raw still want him? Are they running out of people to bury on Monday Night Raw? Have they asked for Balor now because he found himself again in NXT? Oh, look, he's successful. Let's bury him and make him an underwear model and a walking toothpaste ad like we did before. Reigns, Cena, Balor, McIntyre. Your two main events for SummerSlam. Book it. You want SummerSlam to be the biggest and baddest ever? You want it to be the biggest party of the summer? Book it. Roman Reigns doesn't need to defend the Universal Championship at Hell in a Cell. It's a worthless pay-per-view. They moved pay-per-views around just to get this pay-per-view in the Thunderdome because they didn't want to waste money in the bank inside the Thunderdome in front of virtual geeks. They figured, let's do Hell in a Cell. That'll be better off and come off visually better in the Thunderdome, and then we'll say one of our bigger shows of the year, Money in the Bank for fans, sold out 100% capacity. Roman Reigns doesn't need to defend the Universal Championship. He could save it till Money in the Bank when fans are back. Why risk injury? Why risk something and force something when you don't have to? Choose an opponent when he's just going to be a loss anyway. Roman Reigns is going to sit out, and we're going to get Jay and Jimmy inside Hell in a Cell. That's the way it's going to be. Now, they booked a tag team title match next week between Rey and Dominic Mysterio and the Usos. Usos are not going to win the tag team titles right off the bat. They got to learn their lesson first. This is just there. Instead of take up TV time, Roman is going to do something next week that fucks that all up because of exactly what he said tonight. He's going to do something to teach them a lesson, and he's going to throw both of them inside Hell in a Cell. They got to battle each other. You are joining him now, but you're not with me. I made you main event Jey Uso. Roman is going to have Jey go inside Hell in a Cell and teach his brother a lesson. He wants to see them both bleed. And then when they are both at the lowest they could feel, then they're going to join Roman and admit that he was right. They will acknowledge him. Then they can go on and be a team because the team will be a part of the family. Jimmy and Jey Uso will have allegiance to Roman. They have acknowledged him. Now they can go win the tag team championships. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. This is why SmackDown, A, is better than Raw, but without these three guys, I would wonder where SmackDown is in the realm of WWE. That's my issue. Roman Reigns is the only legitimate thing on this show worth watching. Other than that, WWE doesn't put as much effort into anything as they do Roman Reigns. And it shows. You feel it. So that's what's going to happen at Hell in a Cell. So like the thumbnail says, who is Roman getting at Hell in a Cell? Nobody. He's getting nobody in June. That's it right there. But we got the opening match tonight between the Usos and the Street Profits. This was a damn good tag team match. This was a damn good tag team match, man. This went over 20 minutes. And I loved every bit of it. If WWE had 6 teams like the Usos, they would have a division. I wish we would get this more often every single week. Not with these 2 teams, but I wish we had a competitive division where WWE would have at least 4 or 5 other teams like these 2 teams in that division. Man, would things be different. This is why I've stated for years that the tag team division should be merged. Those men's tag team titles should be like the women's tag team titles, and they should be floating from show to show. If Tamina Snuka could show up on Monday Night Raw, why can't the Raw or SmackDown tag team championships be merged and they do the same thing? It would benefit both shows. It would benefit both divisions because both divisions would be combined. This was a great tag team match. This was a pay-per-view worthy tag team match between the Usos and the Profits. This is the first match in over a year for Jimmy and Jey Uso. So the Profits had an early advantage here. Dawkins dropped forward onto Jimmy for a near fall. The Usos started to regroup. They needed to go over some strategy. Jey tagged in. Ford avoided Jey with a series of athletic maneuvers. He mocked Jey. Jey charged at Ford, but he took him down with an arm drag. Dawkins then slowed the pace down and worked over Jey's arm. Jey tagged in, had a brief advantage for a little bit. Profits took over, sent Usos to the outside. Ford and Dawkins grabbed the Usos, tossed them into the announce table, tossed them into the barricade so they were taking care of business on the outside. Jey then drags Ford under the bottom rope, threw him into the barricade. Usos were in control now, so the Profits were on defense. They isolated Ford, beat him up, cut him off from his corner. Ford tried fighting back, but Jey applied a sliding chinlock. It wasn't a Randy Orton chinlock, it was a sliding chinlock. So he had one up on Randy Orton. Ford fought back, caught Jey with an enziguri, sent him to the floor. Jimmy prevented Ford from making the tag. Ford recovered, hit Jimmy with an enziguri, so that's 2 enziguris. Ford attempted to make the tag, but Jey was on the outside, and he pulled Dawkins off the apron as Montez Ford failed the hot tag. Jimmy then hit a Samoan drop on Ford for a near fall. Jey attempted a superplex up top, but Ford fought out of that one. Jey knocked Ford to the apron. He then recovered, leapt off the top rope. Jey avoided. They collided in the middle of the ring. Dawkins then finally gets the hot tag. He ran wild. Jimmy tried climbing to the top, but Dawkins cut him off. This was a crazy spot in this match. Ford ran across the ring, dove over the corner. One of the Usos, Jey, I believe, was laid out, stomach first, on the top turnbuckle. Montez Ford, he's got to have fucking springs in his boots or something, man. Jumps over Jey Uso, who is laying out on the top rope, stomach first, jumps over the turnbuckle, jumps over the steel post, onto Jimmy, and almost kills himself on the outside. It was unbelievable, man. Fucking Pat McAfee was going crazy on commentary on the outside. Dawkins, he recovered. Hit a twisting neck breaker on Jimmy for a near fall. Dawkins then caught Jimmy with a spine buster. Ford went for the frog splash, but Jay pulled Jimmy out of the way. Dawkins then charged at Jay at ringside. Jimmy then took Ford out with a super kick, and that was it. 1, 2, 3, and Jimmy Uso gets his first pinfall victory since returning to action just a couple of weeks ago after being out for over a year. This was an excellent tag team match. No championships on the line. It shows how good these two teams are. They worked incredibly well together. The promo in the beginning of the match between these two teams was even more awesome, which I completely forgot to mention. It was even more awesome. And I loved every bit of it, man. I love the Usos on the microphone. Jimmy and Jay were their regular selves, very over the top, very commanding in their voice. You listen when they speak. They got something special about them, both of them. The Prophets that came out, they were mocking the different versions of the Usos. They were mocking their babyface run and doing that tribal dance that they used to do. And then the Usos came out, and Jay says he will drop the Prophets if they say one more word about the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, because this here is family business, so don't put your nose in it. Jay says the Prophets are on social media calling this a dream match. Well, welcome to the nightmare, he says. Jimmy goes on about getting one step closer to being a 7-time tag team champion. Dawkins then says, listen, man, me and Ford, we're not stepping stones. Dawkins gives them props for how they used to run the tag team division, but he says he and Ford now run this division, or lack thereof, I should say. The Usos then fired back and did their welcome to the Uso penitentiary. Just an awesome start. Just a really, really awesome start for SmackDown. And WWE, man, I don't want to shit on them completely for the entire week. There were some damn good wrestling matches on Monday Night Raw, and this was just as good as anything, if not better, than anything on Monday Night Raw. Riddle and Xavier Woods killed it. I don't really like Charlotte Flair, as you guys know. Even she had a great match with Asuka. And Drew McIntyre and Kofi Kingston had a very good match as well. And then Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, the Prophets go up against the Usos here. Probably the best match of the week. I love this. I love tag team wrestling, man. WWE's got to get on the page and start booking a better division. If they merged the tag team divisions, everything would be fantastic in WWE. They got some solid teams, but they just aren't using them the right way. So after that match, Megan Morant is backstage with Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode. They talk about tonight's rematch for the SmackDown Tag Team titles against Dominic and Rey Mysterio. And they say they are going back to the drawing board. Tonight will be different because they are pros and they do what they want and will once again become the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. So we go from that to yet another tag team match. We got Natalya and Tamina Snuka versus the Riott Squad. I didn't really care for this. I'm a big fan of the Riott Squad. I think they deserve an opportunity at those tag team championships, but this was really just a squash match for Tamina and Natalya. That was pretty much what it was. I don't see the Riott Squad moving on to a tag team title shot. They should. They're the only other tag team in this division worth anything, to be honest with you. Nia and Shayna are all but done. So the Riott Squad were in control for a little bit. They isolated Natalya in their part of the ring. Tamina was taken out for a little bit. So the Riott Squad attempted a pin. Tamina jumped back into the ring. After a little bit, she tagged in, ran wild on both Ruby and Liv. Tamina went for the Superfly splash, but Riott cut her off. On the floor, Liv Morgan countered Natalya's signature discus clothesline, but back in the ring, Tamina knocked Ruby off the top rope with the headbutt. She then jumps off the top for the Superfly splash, and that is enough for the win. And that was it. Really nothing much else to the women's tag team match tonight. Tamina and Natalya keep winning. I don't find any interest in them whatsoever. I don't know where they go. who legitimately is their next challenge in that tag team division. WWE has a serious problem. They got no women's challengers for Natalya and Tamina Snuka. The only legit team and proper challengers were the two women that they beat tonight. So who else is left? And the more you beat Ruby and the more you beat Liv, the less that they're going to look credible in the end. So I don't even know why this match was made when they should be winning matches, Ruby and Liv, and then be the next team in line for Tamina and Natalya. I don't understand it. Adam Pearce was backstage. Usos walked in on Adam Pearce. They brag about their win. Pearce says that the Street Profits are great, but it's hard to deny the Usos. Jimmy says they want the winners of tonight's SmackDown Tag Team title match next week. Adam Pearce says, you know what? After tonight, I think I can do that. It's official. So Jimmy gets what he wants. Him and his brother fighting for the tag team championships, and they walk off. But Jay, they focused in on Jay. He looks very concerned. I wonder why. Because Roman is not going to be happy about it. Because Roman thinks Jay is going to go back to his brother and leave him after all Roman did for him. Very compelling stuff there, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be Jimmy and Jay inside Hell in a Cell. SmackDown Women's Champion Bianca Belair. She went one-on-one with Carmella. Carmella's back. She should also be winning matches on SmackDown, but she's not. She's on TV and then she's off TV. She's on TV and then she's off TV. It's not a bad match, though. So, Kayla Braxton interviewed Carmella. She promised to beat Belair and end her fairy tale title reign. Bayley joined Cole and McAfee on commentary. Bayley is always great. I love Bayley. She kept yelling at Belair, and she kept saying that Belair cheats by using her hair to win. Does anybody get a sense? Now, I was wondering this. Because Bayley keeps mentioning Bianca's hair. Do you get the sense that WWE is going to do Bayley versus Bianca again following the outcome of their last match at Backlash? But this time it's going to be a hair versus hair match? I hope to God not, man. I know Bianca wouldn't lose that type of match, but man, oh man, I do not want to see Bayley get the buzz cut. I don't want to see it. Now, to be fair, her haircut, when she first introduced this haircut, wasn't a big fan of it. Especially after being a babyface and you got those pigtails and you're just doing the pigtail thing. Now she had this haircut. It's like, oh my God, this is a drastic change. She dyed her hair black. Now it's finally starting to come into its own. Now it looks great. But a hair versus hair match would wipe that all away. I hope that is not the case, but they're talking about Bayley and Bianca's hair. Bayley says that Bianca uses her hair to cheat, to win. I just get a sense that we're getting a hair versus hair match. I could be wrong. Maybe WWE is just making this a thing because they're going to book the match anyway, and that's the reason that they're booking the match, because Bianca cheated, or Bayley thinks Bianca cheated, but Bayley's made a lot of mentions about Bianca's hair. Hair versus hair. I don't think so. I don't want it, but we'll see what happens. So Carmella had a little advantage here. Belair fought back. They fought around ringside. Belair then press slammed Carmella back into the ring. Carmella grabbed Belair by the hair, dropped her face first on the apron. Carmella then slowed the pace down, working that heel style, plotted shin lock. Belair fought back, hit a nasty backbreaker. She followed up with a shoulder tackle to Carmella. Carmella then hit a flying crossbody off the top. Belair rolled through, stood up, hit a fallaway slam, went for a cover, got a 2 count. Belair missed a charge in the corner, went for the shoulder, but she went shoulder first into the post. Carmella caught Belair with a super kick on the apron. Carmella went for the code of silence, but Belair knew it was coming and she avoided it. Belair then hit the KOD for the win, and that was it. That was it. Bayley started yelling at Michael Cole and said her name is Bianca Belair. Her name is Bianca Belair because Michael Cole said the Bellocks a win. Or something along those lines. I didn't catch what he was saying, but Michael Cole with these cheesy jokes, and then Bayley's got to fucking nail him on commentary, which is always a good thing. So it looks like we're getting Belair and Bayley again at Hell in a Cell. WWE made it official that SummerSlam is on Saturday. August 21. No venue and no city has been announced yet, but they will announce that during the Belmont Stakes pre-show. I believe that's on June 5th. So if you guys are interested and you apparently love horse racing, you guys can watch the Belmont Stakes and find out when SummerSlam is, or where SummerSlam, rather, is going to be emanating from. Las Vegas is number one on WWE's priority list, but there are a list of venues that WWE is thinking about doing. And I talked about them on the podcast, and I might as well name them here today. WWE, on top of Vegas, has other stadiums that they're thinking about. Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas is where they want to go. But the Manny Pacquiao fight is happening on the same night. So WWE, right now, WrestleVote says the plans for SummerSlam, if they're not in Vegas, listen, he said, I don't even want to talk about it, man. I don't want the blood on my hands. It's a disaster. Because WWE is banking on Las Vegas. MetLife Stadium in New Jersey and Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee. So SummerSlam, we got a date. So we'll soon find out a venue, but WWE made that official by airing a vignette tonight for SummerSlam. Seth Rollins, he was back on the show. It was his birthday yesterday. I made a joke that maybe Becky Lynch got Rollins a brand new suit for a birthday gift this past week. So Rollins is back in the ring. He's got a microphone. Can't wait to see the reaction Rollins gets when he's back in front of a live audience. I don't know what it is, man, but Rollins bores the ever-living shit out of me. He really does. There's nothing about Rollins right now that is even remotely interesting. I just don't get it. He's just boring to me. So he's in the ring. Says he did not come to talk tonight. He came to fight. He calls Cesaro out to the ring so they can finish what they have going on. Cesaro isn't coming out. Rollins says he's not here. Of course he's not here to swing him or disrespect him tonight or look past him. Cesaro's not here to ruin the greatest day of the year, Rollins' birthday. Rollins goes on and shows us a video of what happened last week. He says that was hard to watch, but that's not the worst of it. He says he obtained some exclusive audio from Cesaro's hospital room, but it was someone grunting and struggling in the background. They played this audio, but clearly it was all a joke. Rollins was laughing, but then he says, in all seriousness, what happened to Cesaro last week was unfortunate. Cesaro pushed him to a place he didn't know, and Cesaro deserves part of the blame because he put himself in that situation. Rollins goes on to say he's a man of integrity, and the truth is, we have to place some of the blame on you. And he looks into the camera and he starts blaming us. So the fake Thunderdome crowd is booing louder. Rollins says the fans watching at home are the ones who brainwashed Cesaro into believing it's okay to disrespect Rollins, into believing he can look right through Rollins, into believing he deserves the opportunities he simply did not earn. Rollins says if Cesaro never steps foot in the ring again, the blame is on Cesaro and the fans. Rollins says the blame is not on his hands as they are clean, but the fans' hands are filthy. Rollins says happy birthday to himself over and over and over again in a very psychotic way, and he starts singing happy birthday to himself. This promo was long-winded. It didn't do really anything for me to get me excited about another Seth Rollins and Cesaro match, which I'm assuming is happening at Hell in a Cell. As you see, it's not going to be Cesaro versus Roman. It's not going to be Seth versus Roman. It's going to be Seth versus Cesaro. Roman's taking the night off, folks. So if they're building this going into Hell in a Cell, clearly this is going to be the match. Roman Reigns is going to watch Jimmy and Jay inside Hell in a Cell, and they're going to beat the shit out of each other. And then at the end of the night, they're going to acknowledge the one and only Tribal Chief. It's going to be great. We got Apollo Crews versus Kevin Owens. We're going to get into that in just a little bit. But before we do that, guys, let's check the chat. See what's going on live on YouTube. Did we break 1,000? We did! We broke 1,000 tonight with Dynamite on the air, man. That is great. I'm happy to see it. Thank you guys for joining me, man. Really appreciate you guys. If you have not hit the thumbs up, please do so. We got 411 likes, but we got over 1,000 in the venue. Where's the 750 goal? What are you guys waiting for? Hit the thumbs up. It helps out the channel, and it's free to do so. Remember, follow me on social media at JDfromNY206. That's Twitter and Instagram. Really appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. Tonight's show is sponsored by the one and only Blue Chew. It's summer season, guys. It's camping season. I've never been camping. I'd love to go sometime. But let's talk about pitching some tents. That's right. This episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Guys, confidence. Some people have it. Some people don't. But it definitely takes you far in life. I mean, look at me. I was not always this confident doing my thing on YouTube. I wasn't. And now look at me. I'm the number one in the entire community. Number one show in the entire community. It can also help you in the bedroom. Confidence goes a long way in the bedroom, especially when it comes to that time to step up. Step up to the plate, per se. That's where Blue Chew comes in. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable tablets, and it comes at a fraction of the cost. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you guys can actually plan ahead, be ready whenever that opportunity arises. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com. You consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you are approved, you're going to receive the prescription within days. And the best part, it's all done online. So no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. And the best thing of all, guys, they are made in the USA. They ship and prepare direct to your door. Nobody knows. Very discreet in a very discreet package. Now, listen, they always say first impressions are important. What about those lasting impressions? If you get my drift. I got a special deal for everybody listening to the podcast tonight. Try Blue Chew for free. Use code JD at checkout. All you guys got to do is pay the $5 shipping and handling. That's BlueChew.com. Promo code JD. Receive your first month free. And I want to thank them for supporting the podcast on the SmackDown post show right here on Off the Script, man. Love me, the family, and the team over at Blue Chew. Apollo Crews versus Kevin Owens. This was a non-title match. I hate matches like this. I don't understand why matches like this are booked, because this is something that could be saved and built towards for the pay-per-view. We didn't see Apollo Crews tonight. Oh, we didn't see Aleister Black, rather. We didn't see Aleister Black or Big E tonight, and that was the big thing coming out of the Fatal 4-Way last week. Neither one of those guys were on the show. WWE has such an incredible mid-card now on SmackDown. You got Kevin Owens, you got Apollo Crews, you got Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, Cesaro, Aleister Black, Big E, Chad Gable, Baron Corbin. I'll even throw him in there, even though he's a fucking prick. WWE's got a great mid-card on SmackDown, and they go right to the champion and the guy that the champion is feuding with, in this case, Kevin Owens. And they book a match. Why? So I'm thinking, oh man, they're going to give Kevin Owens a win over Apollo Crews after he won that Fatal 4-Way, that great Fatal 4-Way last week. They're going to give Kevin Owens a win here, and that's how they're going to get this match booked at Hell in a Cell, by Kevin Owens beating a champion in a non-title match. I fucking hate it. I really do. There is no excuse why Kevin Owens can't get wins and then get his match against Apollo Crews with this level of mid-card. I don't get it. So the match happens. Kevin Owens, right out of the gate, on fire on Apollo Crews. Owens drops Crews in the corner, nails a cannonball, and Owens goes for the top. He hits a big swanton, but Crews kicks out at 2. Owens and Crews trade suplex attempts while Crews is on the apron. Crews hangs Owens up on the top rope, and he goes down. Crews goes to the top, but Owens then attacks. Crews sends him to the mat. Crews has to roll through from the top, and Owens super kicks him. Cruz blocks a pop-up powerbomb, but Owens continues his aggressive offense as he hits a stunner. He goes to the pin. And then on the outside, through the ropes, you got Commander Aziz, the bodyguard of Apollo Crews. He hits Owens in the throat with a Nigerian nail and causes a disqualification. I don't know why the match was going to be booked if this was the outcome that we were going to get. Why does Apollo Crews need to look like a fucking geek in a non-title match when he doesn't have to wrestle the man who's the number one contender? The number one contender should be wrestling others so that he shows the champion he deserves a match for the championship. Or is that a foreign fucking language to these people that write this goddamn show? Kevin Owens wins by DQ after the match. Owens is grabbing his throat. He's dying for air because of the Nigerian nail. Crews is announced as still the Intercontinental Champion. And that was it. Owens is choking and trying for breath. Crews and Aziz look on from the ramp, and officials come down to help Kevin Owens. Shit. Then they book the match next week in an IC title match, and Commander Aziz is nowhere near ringside. He's barred from ringside. Fucking stupid, man. So what does that mean? What's going to happen in that match? Who's going to help who in that match? Sami Zayn going to get involved? Is Aleister Black going to show up on TV? Why is he off TV? Why is he and Big E off TV? Nothing was said about what happened to them last week. Ridiculous, man. Roman Reigns is backstage with Paul Heyman. Heyman introduces Jey Uso. Jey takes a seat next to Roman. Reigns brings up the title shot the Usos have against Booyaka, Rey and Dominic Mysterio next week, and asked if that's what he wants to do. So Reigns asked why Jey told him earlier that he's still with him. What happened to we? Reigns says everything we've been through over these months, he's only wanted the best for Jey. That's all that mattered to him. Doing right by Jey and the family. They will figure it out when it comes to Jimmy Uso, but Jey is the main event. Jey now is just sitting there, pretty much listening to Roman, taking this all in. And Jey is the main event. He's main event Jey Uso now, and when things go according to Roman Reigns' plan, it works out for them. Jey owns SmackDown, but as soon as his brother comes back, they're stuck in the opening match. Reigns just doesn't want Jey to go back to a place where people look at him and say, I wonder which brother he is. Jey shakes his head and says he hasn't thought about it like that, Us. Reigns says maybe Jey should think about it like that because his brother is not. And that's the way the segment comes to an end. Oh, Roman Reigns is definitely putting Jimmy and Jey inside that Hell in a Cell. He's got a front row seat at the head of the table for that slaughter inside Hell in a Cell, and I can't wait for it. Or if it's not inside Hell in a Cell, it'll definitely be a one-on-one match, for sure. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Chad Gable. Out comes Rick Boogs. He's on the stage. Boogs starts playing his guitar, and he does his introduction. For Shinsuke Nakamura, the music hits. Boogs is playing along to Nakamura's theme song. I don't know who doesn't like Rick Boogs, man. It is very difficult to not feel good for Rick Boogs. It's very difficult to not like Rick Boogs. In fact, I'm going to go out there and say Rick Boogs right now, until we see the Big E, Aleister Black stuff take place, Rick Boogs is, in my honest opinion, the most entertaining thing on SmackDown right now, not named Roman Reigns. And he's only been there 2 weeks. Good for him, man. It's amazing how he just completely bypassed NXT. And I definitely wanted to see him grow on NXT first before they shot him to the main roster. But he's got so much charisma that I don't think NXT could contain it, to be honest with you. So here he is with Shinsuke, doing this thing with Shinsuke. We don't know why the pairing happened. We don't know what meaning they have together. We don't know how they came together. Why? I hope we get an answer as to why these two are paired together. How do they know each other? How long have they known each other? You got to give us some answers, because it is just a random, bizarre pairing. So we got Shinsuke versus Chad Gable. Nakamura is in this storyline with Baron Corbin, where he recently stole Corbin's crown. Fucking 6-year-old wrote this storyline. Otis and Gable are in the ring. Nakamura's getting ready. Otis attacks before the bell. He slams Nakamura in the middle of the ring with a big Mark Henry-like slam. Bell rings. Gable drops Nakamura with a belly-to-belly. This would be a great King of the Ring match, by the way. Gable versus Nakamura. This would be a great quarterfinal or a semifinal match. Wink, wink, Bruce. Get that pen to paper and start writing me a fucking tournament, slob. Fuck we getting these matches for? They mean nothing. So he does a belly-to-belly to Shinsuke Nakamura. Goes for a cover, gets a 2 count. Gable keeps control until Nakamura takes him out with a kick. Otis is on the outside. He's got a brand new t-shirt. He's cheering from the outside. Nakamura unloads. More kicks on Gable. Nakamura also hit Otis with a kick, who's standing on the outside. Gable goes to the top, and Nakamura follows him up there. Gable counters, uses the ropes for a submission. Referee starts his 5 count. Nakamura comes back, hits Gable, tosses him over his back into the turnbuckles, almost like an exploder suplex. Gable focuses on Nakamura's arm, but has to land on his feet off a moonsault attempt. Back and forth between these two. Corbin, all of a sudden, as these two are going back and forth, walks to the ring in a fancy suit, goes to the announce table, literally takes his crown off the announce table, says it belongs to him, so I'm taking back what is rightfully mine. Gable tries to capitalize on this distraction, but Nakamura counters, rolls him up for a 2, gets a near fall. Nakamura then nails the Kinshasa on Chad Gable, and he beats Chad Gable 1-2-3 after the match. Nakamura is looking for the crown. Where is it? Where is it? Corbin's walking up the ramp backwards. Out comes Rick Boogs with a big forearm shot right to Corbin's back. He drops the crown and he retrieves it for Nakamura, and Corbin is treated like a court jester clown. So there stands the king of strong style and Rick Boogs playing the guitar. You got to tell me why these two are a pair. You got to. I need to know. What was the logic behind this pairing? I can't wait for Rick Boogs to be back in front of live fans, man. He's going to be over as fuck. I can't wait. I don't know how anybody's not going to get excited when Rick Boogs is out there playing his guitar, man. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Rey Mysterio's backstage praying. Dominic walks up to him, asks if he's ready for the match. So Dominic heads to the ring, and Rey Mysterio is just sitting there praying that they're going to have a good tag team match. Successful defense against the Dirty Dogs. So Rey Mysterio, we go to commercial. We're back from commercial. Rey Mysterio is laying on the floor in the back. He got attacked backstage. By who? I don't know. Maybe Dolph Ziggler. Maybe Bobby Roode. Trainers are out there. Referees are out there. Dominic Mysterio said, listen, my father helped our team at the Backlash pay-per-view. He wrestled the match by himself. I'm going to do and return the favor. I'm going to go out there by myself and wrestle Ziggler and Roode alone. So they pretty much took what they did at Backlash, lame, and they did it here again tonight, but the roles reversed. At the pay-per-view, it was Rey in the match by himself, and tonight it was Dominic. I would have rather done Rey Mysterio again because I don't think Dominic is able-bodied enough to handle a match by himself against Ziggler and Bobby Roode. So this was the main event. So clearly, Ziggler and Roode were like, hey, if Rey Mysterio can't come out here, they forfeit, correct? We get the titles, correct? So they're begging the referee to make this match a forfeit so that they win the tag team championships. So Dominic comes out and he charges, he attacks both guys in their corner. He knocks Roode to the floor. He goes back to Ziggler, but gets drop kicked for his troubles. Ziggler takes Dominic to the corner, and in comes Roode for the double team. So Dominic is now being double teamed. Roode with suplex, goes for cover, gets a 2 count. Roode unloads on Dominic in the corner now, dropping him, stomping away as the referee warns him. Roode takes Dominic back to their corner. Don't understand why he's going back to their corner. No corner matters here. Dominic's got no fucking tag team partner. So he ends up taking Ziggler in, more 2-on-1 offense. Dominic blocks a shot from Ziggler, then gets dropped with a right hand. Ziggler talks some trash, rolls Dominic up for a very lazy and just troll-like pinfall. Ziggler stomps on Dominic's hand, takes his time with him. They're toying with him because they know they got this one, being that he's got no tag team partner. Ziggler tags Roode in for a quick double team. Roode taunts Dominic, starts chopping away at him. Roode gets kicked by Dominic. He comes right back with an elbow. Roode scoops up Dominic, slams him in the middle of the ring. Roode goes to drop a knee, but Dominic moves. Roode is selling the knee, tags in Ziggler. He runs in, knocks out Dominic. Ziggler mocks Dominic for not having a tag team partner. Ziggler grinds Dominic's face across the top rope, drops him with a neck breaker, gets a 2 count on poor little Dominic, who's wishing his father was in his corner right now because he's wrestling all by himself. I didn't really understand why they were doing this, so my attention was not really completely on the match. I don't really get why they're doing the handicap shit with Rey and Dominic Mysterio, especially if it makes Ziggler and Roode look this weak. So Dominic is fighting. He's trying his best to fight here. They're trash talking him. He's fighting. Dominic sends both guys to the floor. He launches himself over the top rope, taking Roode and Ziggler down to the floor at the same time. Dominic then brings Ziggler back into the ring. He goes to the top. He has to roll through, comes off the top rope, goes right back to Ziggler, drops him there on the mat. Ziggler's on the ropes. He goes for the 619, but Roode cuts him off. So Dominic kicks Roode off the apron, drops Ziggler again into position for the 619. Dominic misses the 619. Ziggler ducks, and he comes right back with a famouser, which looked awful. It looked like Dominic didn't know where he needed to be, or either that he lost his footing as he was coming off the rope. Looked awful. It really did look awful. Roode couldn't believe it after Dominic kicked out of the famouser. Ziggler drags Dominic back to that corner. Roode tags in. They go for a double powerbomb neck break combination, but they hit it, and Dominic kicks out. So he's kicking out of everything. Kicks out of a famouser, kicks out of their double team move. So Dominic is still alive. Roode puts Dominic on his shoulders for another double team move, and Rey Mysterio's music hits the PA. All of a sudden, you hear, booyaka, booyaka, 619, booyaka, booyaka, Rey Mysterio. So Dominic takes advantage of this distraction as they're both looking up the stage, slides off Roode's shoulders, and rolls him up for the pinfall. Dominic retains the tag team titles in a lame fucking match to end SmackDown. Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler look like the biggest fucking geeks on the WWE roster. They should never even breathe another tag team title match ever again. It's awful. Absolutely awful. After the match, Rey walks to the ring. He's selling the attack. He joins Dominic in the ring. They stand tall with the titles. The Usos' music comes out on the PA. They come out. They meet in the middle of the ring. These two teams, family members, face off in the middle of the ring to hype next week's title match. And we have to see where Roman Reigns stands with all of this happening with the Usos. I do not think the Usos are winning the tag team championships next week. It's too easy. It's too easy. I think Roman really teaches them a lesson next week. The match should not be booked. This is a SummerSlam match waiting to happen. I don't think WWE is going to make the Usos tag team champions in the Thunderdome. Doesn't work that way. I do think that we get this match next week, 2-on-2. And I think Roman does something where he teaches the Usos a lesson, and then he says, I want you guys inside Hell in a Cell. I took it upon myself to talk to management, and you guys are in Hell in a Cell. Jimmy versus Jay, and that's where it's going to go down. We'll see what happens, man. Anyway, that is your SmackDown post-show, guys. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. We're going to go over the Super Chats in just a little bit. But first, before we do that, hit that thumbs up, man. We got 507 likes on the live stream right now. So make sure you guys get to that 750 goal. And if you missed any of the other content on the channel, there is plenty of it this week. I've been so busy to get ready for Jacksonville tomorrow morning. I will be in Jacksonville tomorrow morning. AEW Fan Fest, Double or Nothing Fan Fest. I will be there. Hopefully I meet some of you guys there. And then the meet and greet. Intuition Aleworks, Jacksonville, Florida. Make sure you guys come and see me. I will be there. Jesse will not. We'll be there for a couple of hours, and then we are going to Double or Nothing. So I'll see you guys there. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications, and hit up my guys over at Blue Chew, man. BlueChew.com. You guys are going to use code JD at checkout for your free sample. All you have to do is pay the $5 shipping and handling. Michelle Moran with a $10 super chat. Hey, JD. Street Profits, Usos get about 40 minutes of airtime, but Owens and Cruz barely get 5. And I feel like we may see Jimmy fight Jay at the pay-per-view and not Roman. Maybe Roman won't be wrestling that night. I miss Daniel Bryan. Michelle, you are right on the money. You are right on the money. It's exactly what's going to be. And yeah, they gave the Usos and Profits 40 minutes because WWE management is very high on both teams. But Owens and Cruz, that shit sucked. 5 minutes after that great Fatal 4-Way last week. Rather lame. Thank you, Michelle, with the $10. Kalo0792 with 2 $5 super chats. Hey, JD, can't wait to meet you Sunday. I've got an 8-hour drive to Jacksonville, and I will be leaving out shortly after I watch AEW Dynamite. Damn, Kalo, that's a fucking dedicated OTS goon right there. Holy shit. That's what I love to see, man. Can't wait to meet you at the place. Intuition Aleworks, bro. I'll see you there. We're going to be having some nice, cold beverages. Will they be cold as the venue's beverages? That remains to be seen. Will they be as good as the venue's cold beverages? Again, that remains to be seen. I think I picked a good place, though, man. Who else we got with these super chats? Let's see what we got here in these super chats, man. YouTube is fucking everything up with these goddamn super chats. It seems like I gotta send them a message. Who's next? Who's next? Who's next? We got a bunch of them here, man. Reese with a $19.99 super chat. Mr. No Days Off, literally. I got that pro wrestling stamina, bro. Good thing I love pro wrestling, huh? Good thing you guys love off the script, otherwise I won't be here. Thank you, Reese, for the $20. That is quite generous, my friend. Susan D'Ambrosio with a $5 super chat. JD, I wish you a safe trip to Florida and back this week, and also my OTS family. Have a wonderful and safe Memorial Day weekend. Same to you, Susan. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. Rick O'Shea with a $5 super chat. JD, if you were on Iron Chef and you could pick 2 of Bobby Flay, Gordon Ramsay, Alton Brown, Dana Brooke, or Titus, who would you choose? If I was to choose 2, bro. Listen, man, I love me Alton Brown. I think Alton Brown is fucking entertaining as hell. But I'm going with Bobby Flay and I'm going with Titus, man. I'm going with Bobby Flay and Titus. And I'd love to see Titus unbeat Bobby Flay. Jacob Donnelly with a $5 super chat. My boy Aleister Black was off the show again. My suggestion for WWE is less Tamina and more Aleister Black. I don't know what it is with this Tamina initiative, bro. I mean, I'm over it. I really am. Thank you, Jacob. Michael Raymond with a $5 super chat. What if Titus entered the Hell's Kitchen in a promotion for SmackDown on Fox? Could he win the competition and beat Gordon at WrestleMania? Would it be good TV? Shit, I'd watch. I'd absolutely watch. Maybe they'd have Gordon Ramsay in his corner. Maybe they'd have Gordon Ramsay not in his corner because Titus, nobody wants to see Titus wrestle. Maybe they would have him guest host a WrestleMania with Titus. I'd take Gordon Ramsay over fucking Hulk Hogan. Ali with a $4.99 super chat. Hey, JT. I don't know who JT is, Ali. I know a JD. He's a handsome fellow who loves his cold beverages. But JT, I don't know anybody by that initial, bro. Let's say if Finn Balor was facing Roman Reigns, do you see Balor as the demon or the prince? And that would be an epic match between them. Balor is more than likely going to Raw. God rest his soul. But it would probably be regular Balor. I don't see the demon coming out to challenge Roman Reigns. Demeter Gotcha Hot Bullion. He's got an Australian $2.01 super chat. What's your opinion on best YouTuber besides you? Bruce Blitz. Demeter, I don't have a favorite YouTuber, man. I'd probably say Dr. Disrespect, as you see the influence from Dr. D's channel in what I do here. But it's got a wrestling vibe to it. Frisky Dingo. Frisky Dingo. $2 super chat. The Roman Empire at full strength. Can't wait. Should be good, bro. That's what's gonna happen. Jimmy and Jay inside Hell in a Cell is where it's at. Coil Phoenix 713 with a $10 super chat. Hey JD, just wanted to send my love to you and the OTS family as usual. Please keep up the good work and safe travels, my friend. Hashtag OTS for life. Thank you, Coil Phoenix. Always generous with super chats. It's Coil Phoenix, $10. Thank you so much. Juan Vasquez with a $10 super chat. The Usos will almost bleed out, and then Roman will arrive and tell them, this is why I'm the head of the table. Acknowledge me. And then they win the titles next week. Roman starts building his empire. Yeah, that's got to happen at Hell in a Cell first, and then they win the titles. They can't win the tag team titles. Roman beats the shit out of them, or they beat the shit out of each other, and they are champions. That has to happen first, and then they win the championships. Issa, the NYC Demon Diva. A $9.99 super chat. Have a beer on me in Jacksonville since I can't make it. Have a blast. I'll send you a picture, Issa. It'll be cold. And I'm sure it'll be something crazy because me and my craft beer, man, I get crazy. I appreciate you. King Mo, $1.99. Rollins' voice annoys me and bores me too. Thumbs down. Glad I'm not the only one. Deshaun Turner with a $4.99 super chat. Roman needs a swivel chair and a cat to pet with a cigar, and his character would be complete. Bro, listen, we're not talking about Inspector Gadget here. You wait, Roman Reigns to fucking change his character to Dr. Claw? Remember, we didn't see Dr. Claw, but he was fucking awesome. He had the cat, he's petting the cat, right? You want Roman Reigns to be Dr. Claw of WWE. Sounds like something Impact would do. Lee Laws with a $5 super chat. Your next drink is on me. I know you need one after watching this boring and meaningless show. Says Lee Laws. Thank you, Lee Laws. Cold beverages are always appreciated. And so are you, man. I appreciate you. Demeter Gotcha Hat Bullion with a 202 super chat. When is Vinnie Mac gonna give me my Jey Uso earrings? I didn't know Jey Uso earrings existed, bro. King Mo, $1.99. I'm really fed up with WWE's writing staff. It sucks. And the sky is blue, King Mo. Xavier with a $5 super chat. JD, my father doesn't really tune into wrestling unless I put it on. When Natalya and Tamina was making their entrance, he turned the channel. Your father's a smart man. Your father may be uneducated on the product, but he knows when to change the channel. Good on him. Lee Laws with another $10 super chat. This drink I'm buying is for Raw on Monday. Good luck, brother. Bro, I'm going to need more than a single cold beverage for Monday Night Raw. Normally, if I drink cold beverages on Monday Night Raw, I get sleepy and I may fall asleep. I need to be at full strength for you guys on Monday night. I drink hot coffee on my Monday. It's the only way I stay awake. Either that or Advanced GG. Cheap plug. Advanced.gg is the place. Code SCRIPT at checkout for 10% off. Majin with a $5 super chat. It's painful to see Ricochet versus Ali in a 2 out of 3 falls match on main event. It should be on Raw. Those guys are wrestling to nobody, bro. Those matches will never be seen by anybody. I feel bad for both of them. Sucks. Edgar Estrada with a $50 super chat. Happy Friday, OTS fam. JD, just want to personally thank you for all the extra content you pumped out this week. Keep it coming, bro. Prayers to Jesse plus his family and mother. Mama Grim. Have a great weekend, fam. You and Hoot, enjoy your trip. Safe travels. I don't think Hoot Media is joining me on the trip. I spoke to Hoot Media, and I think Hoot Media is going to sit this one out, man. I'm flying solo. Hoot Media may be there, but they will be taking a separate flight from yours truly. We'll see what happens. Hoot Media may or may not be there. Demeter, gotcha hot bullion. Thank you, Edgar, by the way. I love you, brother. Demeter, gotcha hot bullion with a 201 super chat. No, fool. What's your opinion on Bruce Blitz? He-ho-ha. Is he still alive, is what I want to know. Or did he go the way of Sean's view and get the fuck off the platform? Shit content that nobody gives a fuck about. Furious Nation, $5 super chat. Reigns versus Cena at SummerSlam. I would have no problem with that, man. Screw Bruce Blitz and the Cena haters. Imagine Roman getting Cena to acknowledge him. Imagine Roman beating Cena in this glorious title reign of his. Beating Cena and then beating The Rock? Oh! Sign me up, man. Jesse. I didn't know you were in the chat. I'll text you in a little bit, bro. JD23 with a $4.99 super chat. I thought it was really funny. By the way, Bayley made fun of Michael Cole by saying Bianca tonight. Reminded me of his botched announcements at Mania. Oh, is that what he said? I must have wrote it out wrong. Bianca Belair. Thank you, JD23 with the $4.99. Theo with the $4.99 super chat. Craziest match you have ever seen? I don't know, man. That's a tough one. The only one that jumps off the page at me is the Undertaker Mick Foley match at King of the Ring, Hell in a Cell. I've never seen anything like that in my entire life, man. Nothing like that has ever been duplicated since that match. Once in a lifetime, truly, once in a lifetime. You'll never see that shit again. Demeter Gotcha Hot Bullion says, I'll see you in Jacksonville. Sure thing, bro. Maybe with all these Australian $2 super chats, you could buy me a fucking Dunkin' coffee. I may need it. Ali! Hey, JD, sorry for my earlier super chat because my autocorrect was messed up. But hey, have fun tomorrow in Jacksonville. Ali, I'm busting your balls, bro. Don't worry about it. I know it was a typo, bro. I got you. Captain Solo, Walking Dead Deathmatch. Negan versus the Governor. Who wins? What are your top 3 craft beers? I know Guinness is up there for you. Actually, Guinness is not a craft beer. That is a very difficult question, Captain Solo. I may have to pass on that one, but My favorite brewery is Omegang. Three Philosophers. They make different styles. Wine barrel, blueberry coffee. Anything Three Philosophers is my favorite. I also love Southern Tier Pumpkin during the fall. I love Troeg's Mad Elf during the holiday season, Christmas season. Couple of other ones. Sweet Baby Jesus by Duclaw Brewing. For, Wells Banana Bread Beer. Some great shit, man. But I'm taking Negan over the governor, man. Taking Negan over the governor. There's a reason why the governor failed and Negan is still alive. Because he's that much of a beast. Furious Nation with a $5 super chat. Would you book Cena vs. Reigns at SummerSlam the same way Lesnar devoured Cena at SummerSlam 2014? Also have a safe and fun trip to Jacksonville. No. I'm not booking a squash for Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. I'm booking it as a way where Cena actually fights for 17. That's the story. You can't have him chase number 17 and then get squashed at SummerSlam. It doesn't work that way. You gotta have that believable, oh my God, he almost did it. That jump off your couch moment where Cena delivers the attitude adjustment. It's gotta happen. Guys, we actually ended up over 1,000 tonight. This was a abbreviated evening thanks to AEW Dynamite. I know a lot of you guys were watching Dynamite tonight because they had a jam-packed house at Daly's place tonight. They filmed it at 8. It was live to taped, 10 p.m. on TNT. Heard it was rocking and rolling. Good for them, man. Normally we got 1,500 plus inside the venue tonight. We're lucky we did 1,000, man. I'm very appreciative of that. I'm very number savvy. I'm very analytical. I know when it's an off night, but tonight, AEW Dynamite was on its game because they weren't on Wednesday. But I will see you guys tomorrow for OTS episode 378. It's a good one. It's a good one, man. I was on my game as always. Surprised I had so much energy after such a long week, but it's going to be a good one, man. Talking Reigns and Cena at SummerSlam. We're talking SummerSlam in general. We're talking the New Japan WWE possible exclusive rights partnership. Talking about the real reason the Velveteen Dream was released and has nothing to do with his allegations. Lots of stuff, man. Finn Balor to the main roster. What Monday Night Raw creative team has said about Balor and why they want him. Some good stuff, bro. I appreciate you all. Hit that thumbs up, guys. Let's try for 750 before we get out of here, at least as close as we can to it. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you have not done so already. Make sure you turn that bell on for all notifications as well. Follow me on Twitter at JDfromNY206 and hit up Blue Chew, man. BlueChew.com, code JD at checkout. I'm getting in the Mustang. I got my cold beverage, and I will be having a cold beverage wherever I go in Jacksonville tomorrow as soon as I land, man. But I'll tell you what, I'm getting in the Mustang. I'm hitting the highway. I want 2 things from you guys right now in the chat. Number 1, give me those guitar emojis in the live stream chat. And number 2, that music you're listening to now on Max. I'll see you guys tomorrow live from Jacksonville, Florida for Double or Nothing. I'll see you guys later.